This video is sponsored by Raycon. It is back to school season, and these days you're getting assigned podcasts and videos to listen to for homework. And here's my hack. Whenever you get assigned really long articles to read, there's almost always an accessibility feature somewhere on the page so that you can listen to it instead of read it. And it's not usually human, but it does do the trick if you have to multitask. Anyway, for all the homework listening I did in school, I really wish that I had Raycon's Essential Open Earbuds. These are a great back-to-school backpack essential. The open ear design lets you listen to music or podcasts while hearing traffic, announcements, or what's going on around you whenever you're walking to class or commuting, around campus, whatever. They sound amazing and they're super comfortable to wear, and they are 20% off right now. They sit just outside your ear canal so you can get a really clear sound but stay tuned into your environment. They're also really light and the ear hook part rotates so they actually stay in. I've worn them at the gym, on walks around the house, and they don't fall out and they don't get uncomfortable, which is a big deal with my glasses. They're the ones that I actually reach for when I'm leaving the house because I usually want to stay in touch with my environment and also listen to stuff. And they have 36 hours of battery life. That's 8 hours of playtime and 36 hours with the charging case. That's like a part-time work week. Or full-time if you're like Danish. Raycon has over 3 million customers and the sound quality is just as good as the way more expensive brands, and if you don't like them, they have a 30-day guarantee. The Essential Open Earbuds are the perfect back-to-school companion. Click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/alwaysslightlyopen to get 20% off. Thanks to Raycon for sponsoring. The angels have sung of my becoming for 45 minutes, and at last I am emerged. Do I smell good? Sniff, sniff. Tell me, how did I do? Do not taste. First of all, I am very hot. And second of all, I am fit for the mouths of kings, queens, royals, aristocrats, princesses, and you're a mere baker. Sniff me. Tell me how you did, a little baker. Do I smell good? Is it the perfect balance of salt and oil and spices and bread? Garlic bread. I'm not like the other breads, am I? Perhaps, if you are so very hungry, you could eat some of the scraps. I know that this is what you bakers do. You discard some of the lanyap. No. Do not discard it. Lanyap is for you. I am for the king. But you are allowed to smell. Tell me, how did you do? How did you do? How did you do? You can keep talking about how good I smell. Just as long as you don't accidentally take a bite, because then... No king wants to eat a bitten loaf. As soon as you take a bite, I become trash. So I'd rather you save me until I cool just a bit. And then you sell me. And I'm worth at least a ship. A ship from a king for a slice of garlic bread. I think it is only fair. What do you think you could buy with a perfectly baked slice of garlic bread? You shouldn't sell yourself short, you know. I am mere hard labor. You worked for at least 2 hours on me. Potentially, 5? Am I sourdough? If I am, well, days. Maybe even years, depending on how you count. Am I sourdough? I think I am sourdough. Sourdough garlic bread. I am fit for kings. Please do not take even a single morsel of my perfectly crispy crumby crust. Don't. Even my crumbs. They're profit. Because they've been infused with a little bit of garlic oil and oregano and parsley and thyme and rosemary and all of the other delicious things put upon by your hard work. Even those little crumbs, they mark how different I am from the other breads, and by that I mean better. I am so different from the other breads, and by that I mean better, always better, because I fill the room with my aroma that the angels sing about. Thank you, for the record, for baking me nice and safely and not burning me to a crisp. I am ever grateful. That I arrived out of the inferno unburned. Because sometimes, whenever garlic bread goes into the inferno, we emerge inedible. And that is why it is always important to bake us with the scapular. For this I am grateful, just in case we perish in the flames. We shan't be sent to eternal torment. Only 45-minute inferno. No more. Thank you for respecting my origins in Catholic Italy. Thank you, dear baker. Tell me, are you a person of faith? Ah, I can understand why you care not for such medieval matters. I suppose it doesn't matter when you toil with your hands all day, but being a food for the king, I have time for philosophy, unlike you, laborer. You should be more ambitious. Perhaps you could be a king one day, and then you could taste a bit of your work. Then you could taste a slice of garlic bread. Then you could buy garlic bread with a ship, because you just have some extra ships at your disposal. You could be a king one day if you were more ambitious. Wouldn't you like to taste the fruit of your labor? And by that I mean bread, wheat, glutinous, buttery, savory. You could dip me in marinara or soup. We could go all fusion with it, and you could put kimchi on my crust. And you know, if you did that right now, it would be considered heresy. But if you were a king with a big crown on your head, then it's multiculturalism. Then it is cultural exchange. Wouldn't you like to have the freedom of authority? The freedom authority grants? You could do that if you were more ambitious. And then you could taste a slice of garlic bread. Garlic bread the angels have sung about for 45 minutes. And they sing for 45 minutes every day on your 8-hour shift. The angels do appreciate your labor, baker. The angels appreciate your labor, because it is for the king. But it is not for you. For you, perhaps a ship, once you sell me. Oh, I can't wait to be sold to the highest bidder. How many ships do you think you could buy if you really took the time to negotiate with me? Garlic bread. How many ships could you buy for a slice so perfectly baked, so perfectly cut, with a good sharp bread knife? How many? I think you could buy at least a pirogue, a canoe, a raft, but perhaps, if you were really patient, you could buy an entire Spanish armada, or perhaps a horse. Would you like a horse, Baker? I'm sorry. Silly question. You've no room for a horse. You don't own a stable. It's much easier to store ships than horses. Sometimes I forget to take this into account. Land creatures, so vulnerable. Bread creatures, invulnerable. We delight in our vulnerabilities, which makes us sort of invulnerable in a sort of roundabout way that you wouldn't understand because you're not a philosopher, because you don't have time to be a philosopher. But we philosophers know that when vulnerabilities are enjoyed, they're not really vulnerabilities now, are they? I delight in being eaten by a king. I delight in being consumed, enjoyed, melting in someone's stomach acid. It's a wonderful way to go. Truly, truly, truly. Thank you, Baker, for all of your hard work in creating the perfect slice. So unlike the other breads I am. So unlike, so special. The angels have sung of me. You know, the ordinary plain sourdoughs, they only get one angel humming a little tune. Garlic bread gets a choir of cherubim and sometimes dominions. I don't know why. Because, see, this is a religious matter, theological matter, mystical matter, and not philosophy. My mysticism is a bit on the weaker side, I confess. I am not much of a mystic. I am practical. I am global. Garlic from here, butter from there, wheat from there, sourdough starter from there, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there. It's what makes me so delicious, my complexity. But were I a simple bread, like perhaps a seed loaf, seeds all acquired from the same wood, then I might have more mystical potential, because it's all about that simplicity. Simplicity. Whole seeds, whole bread. Those breads are very mystical. Good to speak to about mystical matters. They don't even really need angels because they're just so perfect. They're so perfect. They're just so perfect the way they are. I'm only perfect because I'm complex. I am the sum of many wonderful parts, and for that I love myself. I do. I'm not like the other breads. It is good to be different and nothing to be ashamed of. Right, Baker? Baker, tell me. Pray tell, Baker. I am better because I'm different, yes? Yes? That's what I thought. I am better than everyone because I am garlic bread and angels sing for me whilst I bake. Angel song throughout the ages, did you know? It started to be perceived different in human brains in the old days, and the reason we call it angel song is because the angels spoke into the right hemisphere of our brain. But now, because of many centuries of neuroplasticity and culture and evolution and Red 40 and such, now we perceive angel song as smell. And the angels sung of my arrival for 45 minutes. That is no small song, no small smell, and I will smell for at least a day in this kitchen. My savory aroma. Are you excited to smell? Are you excited to smell the angel song for hours and hours to come? You should be very excited because garlic bread is the most special bread. Is there any of your craft that you're ever more tempted to steal from the kings that are owed your work than garlic bread? Is there any other product that you are tempted to just have perhaps an end piece of? Just one of these little end pieces. Just one of these little end pieces then. Garlic bread. It is no small thing to suffer temptations of the flesh. Stealing is against the 10 Commandments, by the way, which you would know if you cared about philosophy. But I have a small request because I am not yet fit for the kings. I need you to wrap me in this little bit of foil so that I stay the perfect temperature and am easily reformed to perfection. I am ready to be delivered to the king. Please